Yes, Mr. Mayor, I really would like to, let's have a discussion about the Christmas parade. You hear from our residents, and it's an outside event. Let's have some discussion. Is there?
Well, I know the executive order, we have not issued any permits, and I know for me, I can't be responsible. I couldn't live with myself. Anyone got sick or died. I've been to too many grave sites, funerals. I've seen too many young people now getting sick and folks in the hospital. And to have a super spreader, I just don't see it. But, we can talk about Mr. Milton. Yeah, you finished, Mr. Rowe?
Well, I wanted some discussion from the other members as well.
Okay, well, we'll hear it. We'll hear it from them. Go ahead. Anyone else?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, Al Joseph, one more time.
Yes,
I understand your comments. Certainly understand that COVID is still a serious issue, but I will also want to voice my support for a Christmas parade. I think if there's ever been a year we've needed it, we've heard from our residents. They are overwhelmingly in favor of it, and I agree that there needs to be a discussion or something along the line, whatever needs to be done to discuss having an exception to give a permit for the Christmas parade. And I'd like to add that it needs to be done, if it will be done, it needs to be done quickly. We're running out of time.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
The only thing I'd like to say, I think we should take this in session. I think we probably going to talk about this then.
Okay, Mr. Milton, can you say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
I think we need to take this in the room and talk about this when we go in executive session.
Well,
talk about
we
that.
can't do it in executive session because executive session's already been set. So we'll have to do it if you want to put it in another executive session, we'll have to do it at another time because the executive session's already set. And agenda item 16A.
Let me say that. Right now, the way it looks like they want to have a Christmas parade, but what I'm afraid of, if we go ahead and give a permit for this Christmas parade, and then we're going to start getting a lot of feedback from other people saying, well, why y'all give a Christmas parade a permit and nobody else get one? And I think that might be the problem we have with this. So, in other words, let me say this, if they want to go have a parade without getting a permit, would that, why they can't just go ahead and have a parade, and if they want to go down, just go down there and just go ahead and march, or whatever they want to do, but we can't give them no permit.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, this is Carol. But a parade is not a march, it's a parade, and
I feel march. I feel march because I'm trying to fix it, but they can just go ahead and do what they're gonna do. And then you could don't call them a parade, call them a march. That's why I say that.
We had an event where it was a march, but that was under the Constitution of the United States. This right here is an event, and we have not issued any event permits. That's including the wooden boat show, the bridge run. But those organizations came to us and said that they didn't feel that it would be safe to have it within, to close down the streets and to have those events bring so many people in. And the organizers said that because they wanted to stay within the COVID-19 protocol. The other thing is there have been a number of organizations that wanted permits for other things and we have not issued. All right? So, taking that into consideration and looking where we are right now, if you look at the surrounding areas and you look at their numbers are much higher than ours because we've been doing things such as not issuing permits and having other events like up in, the neighbors to the north and the neighbors to the south, which has helped us tremendously in this area. Keep in mind that, flu season is still coming. COVID-19, according to the experts, and that's what I rely on. I rely on medical experts. This is not a political thing. This is a life or death thing. So look at the science and look at the medical experts, and they're talking about this other wave that's coming within the next couple of months. So we don't know where we're going to be. You know, it's just, I put life first.
Well, and Mr. Mayor, this is Carol again, but you have a choice whether you go or not. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable in going, just don't go. But people are up and down Front Street in restaurants and bars and shopping all day long, but they have their mask on. And
well, let me ask you this: you'll be responsible for our kids if they get sick and die?
No, I won't be responsible for
Well,
somebody.
yes, you are. I mean, if you said you won't be responsible, part of you as being a leader in this community is to protect our children during this pandemic. So if you allow a super spreader and kids get sick and die, yes, you are responsible.
Just point of order on.
Okay, point of order by our city attorney.